for a federal election. One of the bellwether ridings is the Peterborough-Kawartha district. However, as of now, there is still no Liberal Party candidate announced for that riding. But that hasn't stopped a group of local residents from launching a grassroots movement. Their message is displayed on signs across the city, on front lawns, in cars. It has 4 words: "No more MP Ferreri." To explain, I'm joined by Mary Reynolds. She recently joined an International Women's Day event with the sign. Mary, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
For those who live outside Peterborough, decode the slogan for us.
Okay. It might seem negative with the no more in the front, but we're seeing it as a local positive movement, like a grassroots movement that's really blossoming in the recent weeks. With the attention drawing on more and more signs popping up, we see them as a sign of hope. A hope that we can put an end to our current Conservative MPs' divisiveness that affects the entire country, and hopefully we can repair the damage that's been done to our community. It shows unity. I think the colors on the sign shows all parties' colors together and joining together and demand better for our elected MPs that we have. And the signs are definitely sparking conversations, and that's a great thing. We need to have these conversations.
What prompted you to sign up for this movement?
I just saw a post, and I've been following our Conservative MP for quite some time on social media. Just her antics, her mannerism, just the way she presents herself is not representative of our community. As you said, it's a bellwether riding. I see us as a very inclusive community. I've lived here all my life, and it's just I'm a very proud community member, and I'm concerned with the things that she puts out there, and just not being able to work collaboratively with other members across party lines and with other local people here in a riding. A good example was recently with Minister Sean Fraser. He reached out to her in November, and our examiner covered it in its entirety, that he wanted her to assist with and provide opinions on the housing accelerator fund that our community applied for. It was a $10 million application, which is direly needed in our community. And he asked for her guidance and to share her views, and she sent back a letter that I would never see anybody in the workplace present. It was just shocking. And is it too much to expect for her to come and say, "Come to the riding, I'll take you around and we'll have a chat about it"? But no, she took a partisan line and just said, the first sentence was, "Your government has been a disaster for Canadians." And then she went on to say, these letters are nothing more than short of a feeble attempt to buy votes. And then she regurgitated a bunch of slogans throughout the letter.
Have you directed your concerns directly to the MP?
Sorry?
Have you directed your concerns directly to MP Ferreri?
I have emailed her in the past, no response, and we comment regularly on her social media.
You talked about Peterborough being a bellwether riding, and in fact, Peterborough broke that bellwether streak when they elected MP Ferreri.
That's right.
Does that not suggest to you that there's some valid support?
I see this really as a stronghold that too many people have are gravely concerned about the misinformation and disinformation that she puts out on her social medias, what she puts her name to and what she doesn't attend to. Like, she just on the weekend, she was happily at the St. Patrick's Day parade, but she didn't attend our International Women's Day march or the Pride Parade. And she's sending out these messages. Many of us that following her see that, and we're trying to draw attention to that. We want someone that is inclusive and representing of everyone in our community, not just certain groups. And she's always on the line of supporting the extremist groups.
We are days away from an election call. The Liberal Party in your riding still hasn't announced a candidate. I understand you've reached out to the party's local office. What did you learn?
I did. I was just actually sent an email last week and asked what the status was, and they said the process of reviewing and approving the candidate is now at the Liberal Party of Canada, so it's kind of out of their hands. It's waiting for the National Party to proceed, and we'll hopefully hear the candidate very soon. So I'm excited that they have someone. I'm excited to rally around someone, and you know, Ferreri's polls are already dropping. I think the more awareness with these signs and more conversations that are happening, and we don't even have a candidate named, and the numbers are starting to drop.
But the NDP does have a candidate. Why not just support and campaign for Heather Ray as an alternative choice?
Yeah, she's great. She's got a great experience as well too, and I'm sure she will do well as well. But again, as we see with the recent provincial election, as a bellwether riding, it's the strongest groups are always neck and neck, are the Conservative and the Liberals. And I really, I personally, and I think a lot of people are really rallying around Mark Carney. I'm really, really impressed with him and his portfolio, and that he stepped forward on such a critical time in world issues to represent us.
What do you think is the key issue in this election? Is it indeed tariffs and Donald Trump?
I do. I think that. I think it's the global geopolitics right now, what's happening in the world with this rise in extremism and the threats, and like Russia's threatening Ukraine, now the U.S. is threatening us. We need a strong voice, someone that's experienced and familiar with world leaders and how world markets work, and Carney has that experience tenfold. So he's going to be really someone easy to rally behind.
Mary, I appreciate your perspective on the campaign. Thank you for speaking with us this morning.
Okay, thank you.
Mary Reynolds is a Peterborough resident behind a local political grassroots movement. It is 18 minutes